All right, this guy's a good buddy of mine. He's one of the producers of the show, and like I said, a very good personal friend of mine. I've done tons of shows with him. Make some noise for Chris Ricciardi, everybody. Chris Ricciardi, where's he coming from? Oh, take it down.
Egos tripping, scripts keep flipping, bloods keep blooding, crips keep tripping, time keeps slipping, I keep falling, I can't see but I hear them calling.
You guys couldn't afford to give me a fucking stool or something? Where's Rob? The fucker sold your stool for crack. Well, now I gotta bend over all the time. It'll be just like jail. My name is Chris. I'm a drunk and a piece of shit, just like a lot of you other guys. I had, my anniversary was just last week, June 25th, 2003. I just celebrated 11 years clean and sober. Sounds like a long time. I guess it is. For some. So you know what 11 years means? You know what that actually means? It means I'm getting fucking old. I can't go to young people's meetings anymore and shit without being the creepy guy that hugs them too long. It's upsetting. I had, you know, things happen, you get a little bit older, you gotta start going, you gotta go to the gym to get in shape and that kind of stuff. And I'm going to the gym, and you can see these guys at the gym. They're like in like fucking leotards, and they're on like a ball, and they're doing all this like balancing. And what are you doing? And like, we're working on our core, bro. You got to work on your core. It's all about your core now. Everything's in your core. I'm like, I think you're gay. Like no offense. I mean, not like gay, but I mean just like normal gay. Like I don't know. Nobody can see my core. Like I'm like 5'6". I'm trying to make myself look like a bowling ball when I'm coming at you, so you'll be intimidated by me. So I don't know what happened. So like a year and a half ago, I jacked my back up. I ruptured a disc, and you know us, I can't take pain pills, so I'm just fucked. And I mean, I know they work better with vodka anyway, but still. So I go to the MRI, I meet with the surgeon, I do all that crap, and I sit down with this physical therapist, and we sit down, and the first thing she says to me is, well, we have to strengthen your core. Fuck. Should have listened to those fucking gay guys at the gym. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So after, you know, when you get older, you gotta lose weight, and that sucks. I jumped on this like protein high something dirty hippie crap a couple years ago, and I lost like 40 pounds doing it. That was cool. That's good. They say life's supposed to be better if you're skinny. Everything's better. Life's better. Everything's better. You're supposed to be skinny. Life, everything better. You know what it is? It's, you know, like I discovered body parts I didn't know I had before. For example, my lap. I know where you were thinking I was going with that. Sick fucker. Because I didn't have a lap before. I just had this thing that I set stuff on when I was on the couch. And with a little divot I could fill with M&Ms. It was awesome. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I actually had this friend of mine, and I was talking to her. She's in pretty good shape, and she says to me, she says, you know, I had trouble losing this extra weight. I'm talking to my friend, and she says and I'm trying to figure out where I'm like going wrong. And she looks at me and she's like, well, you do like your ranch dressing. And she looks at me and she says, so I quit eating ranch dressing and I lost 16 pounds. And I went, holy fuck, how much ranch dressing were you eating? And she looked at me, you know that look, like that girl look, when you guys are like ashamed of yourselves and you like can't make eye contact, all women have that look, like the hand look. And she's like, 4 bottles a week. Holy 4 bottles of ranch dressing. I know meth addicts that consume less amphetamines than you have ranch dressing. Like, it's called ranch dressing for a reason. Like, what's on a ranch? Pigs, cows, and the farmer's fat fucking wife. I mean, that's what's on a ranch. It's ranch dressing. It's absolutely disgusting. Do you know how many calories are in 4 bottles of ranch dressing? Anybody? Guess? 11,400. Or Oprah's breakfast. It's very similar. Oh yeah, we went there. Bitch. So I heard some of you guys are from New York. I saw that New York was angry, because they're always angry. They came out with this new thing. It's called the Share a Bike program. And the idea is they're going to put all these bikes around New York City. So when people come out, they can like use the bike and ride where they're going to go and then leave it for the next person and somebody else. Right, like these things aren't going to be all fucking stolen and chopped up in like 24 hours, right? They're just going to put bikes all over town like an Easter egg hunt for friggin' idiots. I don't understand. So then the city comes out and says, well, we're going to put a 240-pound weight limit on the bikes. Well, that just pissed everybody off, because now it's like fat racism. It's facism. Like we're going to have a new word. I'm sure we'll have like a sit-in, or they're going to march against it or some shit like that. I don't see this being an issue. Like I don't see like this 280-pound guy walking down the street with his bag of McDonald's and being like, oh, thank God. There's a bicycle here. I didn't think I was going to make it home. I don't think this is going to be a problem. Do you see many 300-pound people riding bikes up and down the street? Doesn't seem like an issue. I did some online dating for a while, which is, it's an amazing experience if you like being lied to on a regular basis. It's like the epitome of false advertising, right? And there's some red flags, and I can only speak from the guy's perspective here. I know women, you probably have had horrible experiences. I've heard that guys like sending like cock shots, which is like if that's your like best line, there's a reason you're single, okay? And online dating in your late 30s? Jesus Christ, I just turned 37 too. It's like shopping for a used car. I mean, it looks nice and it's on the lot for a reason though. Somebody crashed that thing already once, right? Maybe a little Bondo work. There's no way Grandma just drove this thing to church on Sundays. A lot of them online are just salvage titles, is really what it comes down to. It's true. And you got to be aware of the red flags. You got to. Because, I mean, like, the closer a girl's picture is of just her face, if it's just, the heavier she is. If it's just like this little frame and she's like smiling, or if it's like from up here, it's like, you know how you try and make yourself look thinner? Like cheeks all sucked in and shit. And there's nothing wrong with heavy women. There's not. You're supposed to be proud of what you are. Put yourself out there. You know, God makes everybody different shapes and sizes. Nobody, and we're guys. We don't give a shit. We don't. We don't. We just want you to love us for the pieces of shit we are. And I saw. The other thing you have to be careful of are the women that are, the closer she's snuggling her cat to her face, the further away I want to run. Like, it's creepy. It is. It's just weird. I think he was a cat person. That was ring of why he's single. Where the hell were we? Online dating. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. I did, however, I have a girlfriend now. She's actually here in the crowd. I'm not telling, because I want to have sex tonight. And so if I embarrass her, unless you plan on stepping up to the plate, buddy, this shit ain't happening. So she is normal. She's not in the program, which is. She should get an award just for putting up with me off the bat. I still think she's a little blind in both eyes because she's very attractive. And look at me, right? Like fucking Charlie Brown on steroids. But But, so we do things together. You're in a relationship, you're supposed to do stuff together. Couples do shit together, which is new to me. Like I'm used to jerking off alone. But you're supposed to do stuff. And so, like, I do this, you do like an e-cigarette thing. And then she got an e-cigarette. And I do like this protein stuff. And then she started getting the protein stuff. And I'm not the smartest man in the world. But I think she's copying me. So I tried giving myself blowjobs and $100 bills. She has not caught on yet. She's not. I think we're missing something. Yeah. We were laying around talking one day, and she says to me, I just kind of wonder what it was like, what you were like, back when you were using. That's easy. So I puked in the bed, stole money from her, and took off. Full experience right there. I mean, that's like 20 years of getting fucked up, wrapped up in about 5 minutes, baby. That's all I got. So I got no stool. This is terrible. Oh, Jesus. I'm getting old. No, I'm good, thanks. You're so nice. And you're poor. I know I already met her and her husband. You could tell they were married because he didn't hear a word she said the whole time they were backstage. Where were we? Online dating. Yeah. So, if you're new, there's a lot of new people here. There's some things that are upsetting about people in sobriety that you should know about. We're big into service work. We're big into helping other people because it's something we never did when we were out there using because we were concerned with ourselves. If you're going to go do service work and be of service in the community, don't put it all over fucking Facebook. Kind of takes away from the point of you doing the fucking service work. Here doing service work, checked in at the church. Now everybody knows that I'm being God's will. Hashtag douchebag. Don't do it. Stop doing that. And it's the same, it's like some of these I've been going to meetings for a long time. Some of these overly spiritual people at the meetings, because we all know that you can look really spiritual for like an hour, right? Anybody can look like a good member in the program for an hour. It's after you leave. That's the shit that I want to see. These guys or girls will be like, they'll stand up and be like, I'm going to feed the homeless today. Anybody that wants to join me on my spiritual journey to come feed the homeless, come with me after the meeting. It'll be life-changing. And then they get in their car and they're like, get the fuck out of my way. It's true. That shit's true. It's true. And I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that like stealing from work and screwing your whole family up and stealing from your parents' pension and fucking everybody's lives up around you is not absolved by slapping mashed potatoes onto a divided fucking tray. Like, I think it's going to take a little more work than that. And I really want to know, has anybody ever asked the homeless if they even want us down there? Has anybody ever pulled these guys aside and been like, you gotta pick like these two dudes down there smoking, and one's like, so, who's coming to feed us today, Hank? He's like, those AA and CA people. And he's like, fuck. Now I got to hear them talk about themselves the whole time and how they can save me. And how spiritual they are. Fucking, I'm not even that hungry. It's bad because most motherfuckers are always hungry. And I've never met a homeless dude that had a regular job. Have you ever met a homeless guy that just had like a job before? Like, it's always like, I was the CEO of Apple. And it was a conspiracy to get me out. And I've been here trying to build my army back up to take my spot back in society. It's always a big dramatic story. It's always something huge. It's never like, so what happened? Well, I was a greeter at Walmart. Fame just got to me, Shit went downhill quick, man. I don't know. It was rough. Hoping Circle K is going to hire soon. It just, it's not real with it. It's not real. Hey, you know what? You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your conference. The comics have been great. DJ Brent always does an amazing job. The guy coming up last is a good friend of mine. I'll let Kevin take care of all that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.